You're listening to Hey Pal, What's New with JohnAlex and Greg. Hey Pal, What's New is a product of Sack of Sin Entertainment. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all other social media platforms. Hey Pal, What's New can be found on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and all other podcast locations. Or check us out at sackofsin.com or heypalwhatsnew.com. Warning, Hey Pal, What's New contains explicit content. JohnAlex and Greg are a pair of vulgar Gen Xers. If you are easily offended, please stop listening and go download a nice tame podcast like the Goop Podcast. You have been warned.
It's like that guy with the bald guy with the really big beard who talks about sandwiches.
What?
I'll tell you later.
The bald guy who talks about...
He does things and then he's just like, I don't understand why you're doing it, these sandwiches. And then he's got a big fat guy bald. He's got a big old beard. He's just like, sandwiches. Who the fuck knows? Hey, everybody, guess what? It's Hey Pals, What's New?
No, wait, the guy you were just talking about, is that on TikTok?
Yeah, he's on TikTok. He's on Facebook. He's on the Tweety pages and all that good stuff.
The Tweety pages.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm Greg and that's JohnAlex over there. We're having a humdinger of a time right now.
Yeah.
If you go onto the TikTok Live, you'll actually get this stuff uncensored. It's not like it's uncensored on YouTube anyway, but at the same time, they're getting a little bit of bonus content about, you know, yanking and Braveheart. And
Talking about getting a hand job in a movie theater.
Edging, all that good stuff. Best 30 seconds of your life. But anyway, yeah.
The easiest.
Yeah, it's Sunday night at the CCC, and I'm cold, I'm sweaty. I don't know what the hell's going on over here.
Your mom's spaghetti.
Yeah, exactly. It's been quite a week, man. So we'll just start it off the way we always do. What's new with you there, fucking Yukon Cornelius? What's going on?
Because of my beard?
Could be.
Right.
We're both in beard mode now. It's nice.
Well, I went to the doctor.
Me too.
I'm not going deaf. There you go.
That's good.
You know what he told me? The reason I get he said, well, you know, age, you get the ringing in your ears.
I thought you said AIDS, but anyway, go ahead.
That too. Thank God you can only get it once. But the ringing in my ears, he was like, you know, it's age, but also he goes, do you use noise-canceling headphones?
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, look, there's no evidence that it is. He goes, but I see a correlation, and people who use noise-canceling headphones all the time, it does affect the ringing in their ears because I guess the noise-canceling headphones, the active ones, they create, you know, sound that's opposite in wave of what's going on outside to cancel it out so that you don't hear it.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So yeah, is it just one ear? Is it both ears? Or
both.
Oh God, that sucks.
Non-stop.
Yeah, I'm on Medrol dose pack round 2. Antibiotics, nasal sprays. I went to the ENT.
Not the triple cocktail, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not the AZT. It's the ENT.
ENT.
I went to.
I went to the ENT.
Yeah, so did I, yeah. And that's why I said you didn't get the camera up your nose.
No, I didn't. Who's your ENT?
I went to one in Yorktown.
Okay.
It was allergy ENT. I don't know. He was a fucking annoying prick.
Oh, was he?
He was one of those guys. I mean, he was one of those guys that, like, I went there. They were very efficient, very good. I get in there. The guy's he sees me for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And he looks, he's got his thing on. And he goes, oh, I see you're allergic to penicillin. I'm like, yeah. He goes, what happens when you take it? I'm like, I break out in a fucking horrible rash. He goes, when's the last time it happened? I said, I don't know. It happened in my 20s. And he goes, well, I don't think you're allergic to penicillin anymore. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to fucking find out.
No.
So he goes, well, we're going to have to give you an allergy test. He's like, you know, you're doing yourself a big disservice by not taking penicillin. I'm like, okay. Listen, thanks for the TED Talk, fuckface. How about you fucking drain my ears right now because I'm in mortal pain. Oh. So they gave me a whole bunch of stuff, and now I'm going to go back for an allergy test and stuff. And he's like, I don't think you're allergic to penicillin anymore. I was like, here's the thing. If you took something, right, if you were like, if I eat this nut or I fucking eat this thing and it causes my dick to explode.
Oh.
Chances are I'm not going to take it again.
No.
maybe, and they say,
Well,
you know,
I mean, your dick can only explode once.
that's true. That's true. But then, you know, you could rebuild it, and then, you know, you don't want your second cock being blown off, you know, but
True.
But
you
the
work so hard to get it back.
yeah, well, it's just one of those things where it's like, no, if you eat this thing, you're going to vomit for 5 days. You're not going to want to do it again, no matter how many times. So,
No.
I don't know. I don't want to get on a big rant here about antibiotics, but I was just like, dude, there's a million fucking antibiotics. Penicillin is the cheapest. Who cares? Who cares? Just freaking let my ears drain.
According to our new incoming Health and Human Services guy, it's all bullshit anyway.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Kennedy. I'm gonna take advice from a guy with a worm in his brain.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got a worm in his brain.
Oh, we don't get political
We
here,
don't
but
get
at the same
political.
time, this freaking cabinet is
Oh
like,
my
who's
God.
next?
You know what? Let him have it.
Go ahead.
This is like this is the new the Democrats going fuck around and find out.
Yeah, this is the 4 years of you asked for it.
You bring a clown to the White House, he's bringing the circus.
Exactly. I mean,
Sorry, I don't mean to get political.
that's fine. Hey, look, maybe it'll work out. Who knows? But yeah,
knows,
so you've been sick.
I saw a couple of movies, but I went to the Monday Mystery movie with the wife.
My wife.
Yeah, it was a interesting one. It was Gladiator 2. I'll tell you all about it later.
Yes, we're gonna get into that with the shocks with the freaking laser beams.
And then I went to the movies by myself the other day.
Oh my goodness! I know.
I like going by myself. I was explaining to Manny, I was like, the problem is I go to the movies. If I go with someone, something about it makes me feel like they're here with me, and if they're not enjoying the movie, that's a reflection of the time we're spending together, and it's like, then they're not enjoying spending time with me because of a shitty movie.
I'm a big fan of going by myself. I used to go by myself all the time because when I was married, it was like,
Well, then you guarantee you get the hand job at the end of the bucket of popcorn.
of course, yeah. Now they have all those fancy popcorn buckets. I mean, you don't even need a partner.
No.
You could just, dune to it, just freaking, Yeah, I know. I got my Wolverine one still at home. I got to bring that in. But yeah, I mean, when you have popcorn buckets like that, why are you not gonna, that has more of a receptacle than my fleshlight, so sure. But yeah, like I like going. I used to, because like I said, when
touch the sides of that.
seriously, it's like like I always say, the way I'm built, it's like I can't touch the bottom of a Pringles can, but I can scrape the sides.
That's
okay.
right.
So anyway,
Jesus Christ, bro.
yeah, we're on a roll here. Yeah, no, I like it because when I was married, like we had completely different tastes in movies. Like she liked all the fucking Twilight and the rom-coms and shit, and I liked fucking guys in tights punching each other in the face and laser swords.
Sure.
So I'm like, I'll go to my laser sword movies. You go to your fucking, unobtainable love stories. Like, and then we'll fucking reconvene.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like going to movies by myself. I don't have to worry about it. But it's nice now that I'm in a relationship where she actually likes the same movies I do. Either that or she pretends.
I think she pretends. No,
She
I'm
could.
just kidding.
But we watched a couple. There was a few that I watched, a couple of late to the party. So we'll get into all that stuff. But yeah. So yeah, I mean. So just you went to the ENT and a bunch of movies, and I went to the ENT. Yeah, I went to the ENT and played a turkey run this morning.
Oh, you pull out your gobbler?
I did. It was it's one of those gigs that we have with the splits where it's it's like one of those where I'm sorry guys, I freaking hate it. It's the worst. Only because I don't like the cold. And
no, you never have.
It's right around Thanksgiving, obviously. It's outdoors. Today it was like, and some years we play and it's 70 degrees and you're like, yeah, this is great. This time when it's 40 or 30 or 20 degrees and you're freezing and you're playing, Eye of the Tiger to a bunch of people running by, you're like, yeah, I could be home. But I was home at like 1 o'clock, which was great. So yeah, that was pretty much my week too. It was just, I'm still freaking, getting there. I'm almost there, but it's just been ugh. But anyway, so is it time for that theme?
The magical? Oh, I'm not even on the right screen here.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't know.
John, you got any news?
Hey, Greg, I have an update on the Book of Boba Fett Season 2.
Oh, yeah?
There is no update.
Oh, thank God.
They're working on other stuff.
As well they should. Yeah,
Ty Morrison came out. So he's something he said in an interview. He's like, I have nothing to report because I've heard nothing at all about season 2. So
I didn't even think there was a possibility of season 2.
No, not after the shit show that was season 1.
Oh, I know. I mean, we're not going to get the freaking Power Rangers on Vespis this time?
No.
Oh. And the I am Boba Fett.
I am Boba Fett.
Hey, look, man, that first season, at least we saw how we got out of the Sarlacc pit and he hung out with the sand people. That's fine.
I think we've talked about this. I love the fact that, like, that is beat for beat when he comes out of the Sarlacc pit. What the fuck is it from Parks and Rec?
The filibuster from Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt's filibuster. It is beat for beat. People have synced it up. You can look on. Hey, get on TikTok now. That's where you'll find it. Beat for beat. People have put them together, and you can see him doing the description, and it's just exactly the same.
Wow, yeah, I forget about. I don't think I've ever watched the whole filibuster.
No, me neither.
I've seen some of it.
I've never even watched Parks and Rec.
Well,
I think I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes.
Neither have I. I mean, you got Nick Swartzen, which is, he's the man.
Sure.
Beef.
Okay.
Last of Us,
Yeah.
Nick Offerman. Is that his name?
Nick Offerman, yeah.
Yeah, I forget. So no Boba Fett season 2, huh?
No, not that we were worried. I mean, you know what we are getting? We are getting a sequel to the Wicked movie that's out right now.
Wicked 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, it's Wicked. It's called Wicked Part 1.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
I don't think
that
a lot of people go into it knowing that. Everybody just keep calling it Wicked, and it's like, well, it's part 1 of Wicked.
I don't know. I think you should go on to wicked.com and find out.
No.
Oh, it's wickedthemovie.com.
Yeah, they were anticipating it was going to do like $120 million at the box office. I just looked it up.
Oh yeah.
It opens to a record $114 million at the box office. Gladiator 2 comes in second with a nice strong $55.5 million.
Okay.
They thought it was going to hit about 60, but it hit about 55.
Dipped a little bit. So, I mean, what? You said Wicked is, 114 at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard they spent $350 million on this movie. Oh, no. Somebody was like, they spent $350 million on both movies. I'm like, all right, so that's like, let's cut that in half.
Yeah.
Like, $350 is not bad.
$175.
$175. Sure, I'm down with that.
I'm always down for $175.
Yeah, you saw it. You'll give us your review of the Wicked and
my theater going experience. Wow,
you fucking Nicole Kidman that shit. It was good times. Yeah. So no,
and I mean, speaking of Gladiator, Ridley Scott's already talking about Gladiator 3.
Of course he is, because he's got nothing else going on.
He says all of these movies are loosely based on real people from history.
Okay.
So there's like a wealth of source material they could just tap into to create these stories and keep that story going.
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
Spoilers, people. The main character. You ready, Justin? You got 5 seconds to pause. Or do whatever. I don't fucking know, Justin. The main character, who's the gladiator in this one, remember in the first one, the little kid?
It's Lucius.
What? Yeah, the little kid, who turns out to be Maximus's son.
Oh, is he? Well, they kind of implied that in the first one.
Exactly.
And in the trailers and stuff, we all know it's Lucius.
Maximus had set it up so that like he would be taken care of and whisked away when he dies, because he was going to kill fucking old Joaquin Phoenix's character. He knew he was going to kill him. He's like, and then he's the biggest threat because he's the heir to the throne in Rome. So he made arrangements for him to be snuck off and hidden.
Oh, okay.
And then he got caught up in some shit, and now he's back, and he's like, kicking ass in the Coliseum with shocks and shit.
Yeah, I'm going to do it just like my dad. Yeah, so he can keep going with that. I mean, look, I shouldn't say that Ridley Scott's movies are all dog shit. I mean,
they make the money.
He's got a weird track record, though. Like, it's like The Martian, then like, what's that other one? Just like he does.
It was so rememberable.
Oh, Napoleon, so
God,
it's like.
Piece of shit that was.
Yeah, so he's got a weird track record.
I tapped out a half an hour into that fucking movie.
Nobody talks about it.
It was so bad.
Joaquin, man, what's going on with you, dude? I was so tempted this weekend
was that a direct to Apple TV, that one?
No, it was in the theater.
Okay.
I was so tempted this weekend to rent Joker 2, and I was like, do I really want to waste money on fucking Joker 2?
I wasted my fucking money on a movie I'll tell you about, too.
It might have to show up somewhere.
Did you watch that movie, The Wolves?
No.
With George Clooney and Brad Pitt?
I wanted to, but I never did.
Well, I started watching it about halfway through. It was all right.
Mm-hmm.
The director, they were already talking sequel. The director's like, nope, there's no fucking sequel.
I mean, I haven't heard anybody.
Well, what he said was, he's like, I don't fucking trust Apple.
Oh, really?
Because at the last minute, Apple's like, they didn't push it into theaters. They were supposed to have a wide theatrical release.
You would think with like George Clooney and Brad Pitt in a movie together, it would be in the theater.
And then Apple pulled the rug on that and was like, nope, we're not going to do it. We're just going to send it right to Apple TV.
Like, I heard about it, and then it just kind of came and went. Like, nobody was talking about it. It wasn't like, oh my God, like great, all these different people. It just didn't resonate, I don't think, with anybody. Like, the only way I knew about it was like if I turned on my Apple TV and went, oh shit, yeah, that movie's on Apple TV. Okay, moving on. I never saw it. But yeah, no sequel for that.
No.
Newsflash. Fucking the sky is blue and rain is wet.
That's right. So that's about all I got on that.
Yeah, kind of slowed it. Like, we're all moving into Turkey Day. I'm getting excited about it. Got my girls there. My eldest daughter is back from college. So we were like two ships passing in the wind. Oh. I left to go podcast, and then all of a sudden the ring came on, and she was at my house. So I'll see her when I get back.
Oh.
But it's good to see my girls, and going to keep it chill. We got my girl's already prepping. I see she wrote vagina on there.
Oh,
look, there's, speaking of vaginas, there's your brother too.
Oh.
Buttwads. All right, Chet.
All right there, Chet.
We love you, Eddie. Yeah, no, it's
Eddie's making the lamb and orzo for Christmas.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's doing the lamb and orzo where you cook the lamb and then you take the orzo and you put it in the bottom and it cooks in the juices.
Ooh, that's good stuff. Usually, lamb is usually an Easter thing, isn't it?
I'm not gonna argue with my brother. He's cooking. He's making dinner.
Look, if Ed's gonna make some freaking lamb and orzo, I'm down.
What time will you be there?
Yeah, I know, right? When am I coming over? Yeah. So I think we're done with the news now. I think it might be time for this thing over here. Oh.
What the hell did you do? The people on TikTok want to know what you're doing, Greg. Greg's in charge of the TikToks.
I am. You got a few people in here.
Oh, you're doing a rib roast. Okay. Ed said he's doing a rib roast.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. He texted me the other day and said, if I make lamb and orzo, will your kids eat it?
Oh, okay.
The answer is if it's meat, my son Emmanuel will eat anything.
Really? Yeah. What a change! What a change from the vegan household to carnivore city over here.
That dude eats anything.
He's a growing boy.
He is.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So, what trailers were out? Really, I didn't really.
Dude, have you seen the trailer for the live action? I know this is like way out there, but the How to Train Your Dragon live action.
I did see some of it, and how it was like pretty much like beat for beat with the animated one.
Well, and you know what's funny too is Anastasia was telling me, and I'm hoping this is actually true. I haven't looked this up, and if Tolly's on here, he'll know, or my brother might know. He's good with the Google. What the fuck is the dragon's name?
You're asking the wrong person.
Oh my God, it's escaping me. But the dragon is practical effects. It's not CGI.
Oh, that's cool.
So I thought that was pretty cool when, I think Anastasia told me that. I'm hoping that's really true. I know they got to do like CGI for certain things.
Well, I would hope so.
But apparently like some of that is just puppetry.
Oh.
Which is pretty fucking cool to me.
Puppetry of the penis? I'm down with it.
Oh.
Sailboat? Bat wings?
Did you catch the trailer for Alien Earth?
Yes, and like I said, we're going to get into my movies. I did a little late to the party. Now that I've seen that movie, I'm excited about Alien Earth.
Alien Earth, doesn't that take place right after? Is it right before or right after?
I think it's after. I'm not sure. They kind of laid. I think they kind of laid the groundwork in Romulus, where
Right.
this is gonna
Okay.
take off from that. But yeah, we'll get
I'm
into that with the
stoked about
movies.
that.
Yeah, I mean, and right now
build that
it's kind of a lull for me for TV.
That universe needs some building that doesn't involve the Predator.
Yeah, seriously. Well, we're getting the Predator movie later on, but hopefully that's from the same people that did the Prey.
Yes.
Pray. Oh yeah, we pray. Pray.
I did. Did you catch the? I don't even know if it's a full-fledged trailer. It's more of a teaser for Yellow Jackets, the new season.
Oh, did they announce when it's coming?
Coming on, I think it's Valentine's Day.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna look for it and pull it up, but I can't find it.
It's one of those things now where I think is it on is it on Netflix now? It's starting to get a revival because it's so funny. A lot of those people that didn't catch it on Showtime,
Yeah.
they put it out on there. It was like, did you see Yellow Jackets? I'm like, yeah, I saw it like 2 years ago. Like, I know it's
Season 3 will premiere on February 14th, 2025 for Paramount Plus with Showtime subscribers.
That's
ahead
what
of
it
its
is.
air on Showtime February 16th.
I'm so excited. I love that show.
Thank God the Mima's got the Paramount Plus.
Oh yeah, I mean Paramount Plus. That's like $4 a month or something like
I know.
that. It's so.
If they
cheap.
were all fucking $4 a month, I wouldn't care. I'm not going down this fucking rabbit hole. Again.
No, we're not gonna start bitching about streaming subscriptions, but yeah, no. I mean, I've been dying for season 3.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. So yeah, those were really the only choices. Like I said, TV wise, I'm hoping you have some good TV recommendations because I noticed this weekend because I was all in on watching movies this weekend, and I'm like, there's nothing really TV wise for me to watch. I mean, obviously I can go into the Game of Thrones and all that shit, but
So you're not? Are you into the sci-fi shit?
a little bit.
Because Justin just texted me before, like yesterday, I think. He's like, dude, I'm watching Silo. Thank you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we
Show is
talked
so
about
good.
Silo
And the new
last
season
week.
of Silo just started back up again.
Okay.
And you can watch that show from. It's on MGM Plus though, but it's on. I think it's also on Hulu.
Yeah.
With the guy who plays Michael in Lost.
Yep.
That's
yep.
what it's like. They're in this fucking town. It's got.
So maybe I'll start from and I'll start Silo too, just to kind of because right now I was like there's really no series like for me to watch that I was like so I watch which is good because I watched a lot of movies, but at the same time like TV wise I'm like what am I going to talk about for TV? Usually it's the other way around. I'm watching TV but not movies. So
I didn't watch much TV. Most of the TV I'm watching is like stuff that's just finishing up or it's just new season.
yeah. So maybe from and then
there is a new show.
what's that?
Interior Chinatown.
Okay.
Dude, I'm just going into it now. Interior Chinatown. Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
It's because I want to do it justice. I completely forgot I started watching this. It is on Hulu.
Okay.
It's got that guy.
And Disney Plus. Yes.
Yeah, it's got Jimmy Yang.
Oh, what is he from? I don't know.
Jimmy Yang was in that show Silicon Valley.
Oh, yeah.
The nerds. You got Ronnie I can't pronounce his name.
Ching. You got Lisa Gilroy.
Is she any relation?
I don't know.
The whole premise, there's something going on in Chinatown. There's like something going down in Chinatown.
Taking it down to
he's just
Chinatown.
He's like a I don't know, a background guy in everything that's going on. It's shot like you're watching like one of these like reality. It's like him, but then at some points it's like Law and Order breaks in, and you've got like these two cops. Literally.
Wow.
It's like it's really surreal and funny, and here's why.
Okay.
It's a Taika Waititi show.
Oh, that crazy Taika.
And I started watching, and I was like, okay, this is just really weird, and I don't know if I'm not understanding what's going on in this show. So I watched like the first 2 episodes, and I was like, whatever. And then I saw that I was like, okay, it's Taika Waititi. I think I need to go back and give this another shot.
Yeah, it's like What We Do in the Shadows and stuff. Yeah,
Anastasia loves that show.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has a certain style. He does. You can immediately watch something and you go, oh, that's a Taika thing,
Yeah.
Which is cool.
And that girl, Chloe Bennett,
Yes.
who is
what is she from, too?
She's in fucking everything.
Yeah.
What the fuck? She's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay.
She was Daisy Johnson. Starred as Daisy Johnson Quake in ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's where I know her from.
Oh, okay.
Nerdy girl.
Valley Girl. Across the Spider-Verse. The hell? Okay.
Well, yeah, because she's part of the
Nashville.
Marvel television.
The Birthday Boys.
Marvel Expanded Universe or whatever. This television universe.
Powerpuff.
Powerpuff.
Marvel Rising.
But no, that is the only new TV show. Kate and I did start watching, and I just want to talk about. There's this series, like, you know, The Dark Side of the Ring?
Oh, of course.
There's a series, The Dark Side of Reality TV.
Ooh, really?
And
I love that stupid shit.
I had to get it because episode 2. I'm gonna put this up here for you because I don't know if you remember. I gotta turn the volume down.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this reality show.
Which one is this?
It was called like Kids. What the fuck is it called?
It's like it looks like it's some sort of like those documentaries I saw on Netflix where they send them out to a ranch.
No, it pretty much is. Oh fuck, what is it called? It was this kids reality show where they dumped this bus load of kids in this old abandoned mining town, and we're like, here you go, see you later.
Lord of the Flies type shit.
Yep, exactly.
Pedophile Island.
And
like, is this hey dude?
They ranged in age from like 8 years old to like 15 years old.
Okay.
Right? But I'm like, who the fuck would let their 8-year-old kid just, here you go, take my 8-year-old kid and like put him out in the middle of nowhere?
Jesus,
what the fuck was
Louises.
the name of this show? It was like Kids Something. I'll look it up.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Look, they're even showing like the Lord of the Rings shit in it.
Oh.
Kid Nation.
Kid Nation.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It was like Survivor. It was like Survivor meets I don't fucking know what. Like,
I'm always down like the Dark Side of the Ring, Dark Side. If it's Dark Side of something,
yeah.
I'll always watch it.
The Dark Side of Reality TV.
Oh, good times.
I think your girl likes reality shows, right?
Oh yeah.
Then she'll fucking love this because it's like the dark side of reality shows.
Oh, okay.
Kate was all like, "What the fuck?" They even do one about the first season of Survivor.
Oh yeah.
And about how like Richard Hatch has been like fucking broke and bankrupt and in jail.
Well,
and
all those people are just freaking. Isn't there a guy from the Survivor that's going to be on the freaking cabinet now?
I don't know.
I think he was like a guest on Road Rules or something like that.
Did you watch the Arrowverse shows?
Yeah, on and off.
Do you remember the guy who played Deathstroke on that? He was also in that TV show, fucking Spartacus.
Okay.
He's the guy who talks like, he's like, I don't know how to describe him, but he's on this reality. He's the host of this reality show called The Summit that Kate is watching.
Okay.
About these people who have to like go to the summit of this mountain. It's another one of these like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at the trailer and I'm like, I feel like that's a day hike.
I actually auditioned for the second season of Survivor.
Did you really?
Yeah, I sent in my tape and everything like that. Didn't get picked.
I
was going to be freaking masturbate. No, that was
masturbating guy.
Yeah, because who's going to kick off masturbating guy? Like, you know how they had Richard Hatch was the naked guy. They said they want to give you one. You were allowed to have one item.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, grow a big beard, and my one item would just be a huge bag of weed. And I would just smoke weed and be naked and jerk off the whole time. And they'd be like, who's going to throw off naked jerk off guy that smokes weed? They're never going to throw him off. It would be the best. But yeah, it was a very low point.
You heard it right here, people.
It was
Greg is naked jerk off guy.
Thank God I didn't make it because I was at a very low point in my life. I probably couldn't have lasted without alcohol or drugs.
That's one of those things Kate really wants to do. Is she really wants to go on? She's always wanted to do Survivor. And I'm
really?
like, then fucking try out. And she's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's still on. Believe it or not, it's like fucking island. I have.
It is. She's watching the current season right now too.
Is she, I think,
and she's all mad because like in COVID, they was like it went from like however long you had to stay there to like 26 days. She goes, so now it's like just 26 days. She goes, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
it's just barely enough time to get homesick.
True. Yeah, I mean,
weeks.
I couldn't last freaking 26 days in the outback or whatever it is. But yeah, I think your wife and my brother is like the only two people who still watch that show. I mean, it must be. It's still popular.
A lot of people must be watching it because it's still on. It's like season 40 something. I don't fucking know what it is.
It really is. It's been on longer than The Simpsons. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, that's craziness, man. Yeah, there's just some TV that we have to really catch up on. But you saw some movies. I saw some movies.
Yeah.
Of course, mine are always late to the party because I don't get out much. But you want to go backseat fortsies? We can do backseat fortsies. What do you want to do?
I'm going to hit you with this one right off the back.
Right, my back? Okay.
I've been wanting to see. I saw a trailer for this movie, so it was planted in my mind. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Let me see if I could find that movie. And I couldn't find it to bootleg anywhere.
Oh.
Which should have been red flag number 1.
True.
Red flag number 1 should have been like, nobody has bootlegged this movie yet.
If nobody's freaking bootlegging this stuff, then...
So I went on Apple. I did the Google search of it, and it's like where to watch. And it's like, oh, Apple TV Plus. I was like, okay, let me go there. And it's like $9.99. Don't want to spend $5 to rent it or $10 to own it. I was like, I'll just spend the fucking. I've spent $10 on less. $10 to shoot your friend, right?
Sure. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I spent friggin' 15 on these.
so I downloaded and got the Mandela Effect Paradox. Now, do you know about the Mandela Effect?
I do.
Okay. So this whole movie is about. I thought it's really weird to describe. I started off thinking all they're doing is just going to be like, well, there's the whole Star Wars, the most famous one, the Star Wars Mandela Effect with the Luke, I am your father.
Yes.
And it's like, no, he says, no, I am your father. And even James Earl Jones is like, no, I said, Luke, I am your father. And it's like, it goes back and forth. And that's what I thought it was going to be. But then they go down this rabbit hole of like, look, all this shit coincides with CERN and that particle accelerator.
Okay.
And them turning it on.
Huh.
And there's all these theories that what happened was we destroyed our universe or merged our universe with a parallel universe, and things from both were the same, but some things weren't, and that's why like lines from movies and things like the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia.
Yes.
I remember the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia.
Wait, what's going on with the cornucopia?
It was never there. There was never a Fruit of the Loom cornucopia.
Shut the front door.
It was just a bunch of fruit sitting there. And I say bullshit because I remember the cornucopia.
So do I.
And it was never a thing.
Kind of like the, what's the other one? Shit, it was just in my head.
You've seen Snow White, right?
Yes, of course.
When the woman looks into the mirror, what does she say?
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Nope.
No?
She says, magic mirror on the wall. Apparently, I always remembered it as mirror, mirror on the wall.
That's like the Monopoly man doesn't have a monocle.
No. Yes, he did. He did. I swear he did. But that's all. But
not
Mandela
usual. I think
stuff.
he's only on one. But anyway,
and they say it correlates with that. But then they go down this rabbit hole of this like fucking tunnel through the mountain in like the Alps or some shit like that, where they were never supposed to be able to go under that mountain. It's some fucking like Lord of the Rings level shit going on there.
Okay.
And they opened this tunnel that like led to CERN through that mountain and had this giant like when they opened the tunnel, they had this gigantic, and you can look it up, like satanic ritual that they did to celebrate the opening of that tunnel. And like they fucking summoned demons, man. And then they were just like the last thing of the fucking opening of the tunnel was that the clock that was showing the time and going forward stopped and started to run backwards.
Wow. You sure you didn't pick anything out of that tent?
No. Dude,
it's all connected, man.
It is. And I know everybody thinks I'm weird because I think of things like the 1988 reset paradox, which was that like the universe got reset back in 1988, and now every 12 years they reset it again. So we had a reset in 88, 2000.
Okay.
Y2K.
Okay.
2012, the Mayan calendar, and 2024.
Ooh.
I know it's all fucking voodoo hoodoo spooky.
But it's fun to talk about, though.
Is.
It's like fucking
I miss
multiverse.
Pot Talk Tuesdays on Opie and Anthony.
I know, right? Freaking gonna spark some shit up. But anyway, yeah, no, that's it. And you, it's a movie.
It's a movie. It's really bad. It's stupid and cheesy. And again, I should have seen the red flag of like nobody has pirated this movie yet.
Nobody's trying to find it,
and it's been out for over a year.
Ooh.
So, yeah. But I did download a Mandela Effect movie that was like a completely different thing about this guy who believes that like his life was reset and things were taken out, and it's, I don't know. I started watching. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I did the whole what was I just watching thing.
I get the old, I always get that confused with the Butterfly Effect.
Yes.
Which, great movie, by the way.
If I step on your balls, then your kids don't come.
That's right. If you hit a midget in his head, he turns into 50 gold coins.
Oh. We don't say midget. We say little people.
Oh, whatever. Anyway.
Or that comedian. You ever see that midget comedian guy?
Oh,
fucking
Brad Williams?
Oh, my God. He is fucking hilarious.
He is hysterical.
Anyway, what did you watch?
Well, I did a bunch of late to the party. So this weekend, because I wasn't feeling well or whatever, I was just watching TV. The first one I'll talk about is, these are two that you've seen already, but now... Oh, there you go.
I'm not going to play that whole thing.
I got the short one. I got to send you.
I got a short one.
I do too. But no, this one I saw was, I finally got to see Long Legs.
Oh, yeah.
Rented the Long Legs. Is this the early birthday girl?
The early birthday girl.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
And look, I remember your review of like, at first when I watched it,
yep.
I'm watching it. First of all, beautifully shot. Like, just gorgeous looking, like creepy as hell, like all this stuff. Nick Cage being fucking Nick Cage. He is the Nick Cageiest in this movie, and I love him for it. 2/3 through the movie, I'm like, what is this? Like,
what am I watching?
What is the hype with this movie? Everybody says it's the greatest movie in the world. I'm like, this is stupid. But then by the time I got to the end, it's not like, well, I mean, the ending, you're like, okay, it kind of all wraps up in a nice bow, and you're kind of done, but not really. The more I thought about it, the more I went on YouTube and I was like, this might be the coolest movie I've seen in a while. Like, it just kind of, the whole premise of it is, I can't even, I mean, Pedro.
How will you explain that?
I don't even think I can. Like, he's a serial killer, but kind of not. Like,
he's a demon serial killer who
he's a Satanist that puts he's a doll maker, but like he puts the devil in this sphere that's in the head that looks kind of like Phantasm. Like, you're just like, that's why I'm just like, I don't get this at all. Because you know what it is? It was not just the false advertising. It wasn't really them. Like, their marketing was really good for this movie.
Fuck yeah.
But I think it was the pundits or people on YouTube that were like, yeah, like it's like Silence of the Lambs. It is nothing like that. Maybe that creepiness kind of thing, like Buffalo Bill kind of thing. But really not. Like, and the way that they did it, and like how I didn't see it coming, and I was just like, it was one of those movies where like afterwards you think about it and you go down the route and you're like, okay, I had to watch like 2 or 3 like Long Legs Explained and be like, did I miss something?
Did you watch the ones that explain like all the times that the devil pops up in the background?
Yes.
That you totally missed the whole time you're watching it.
Totally missed all those, and then I was kind of like the sphere and like, why does it do that? And then why? And it was just, I liked it a lot. Like, it was just, I'm not going to blow it and be like, it's the fucking best thing in the world. I mean, Talk to Me is still one of my favorites from last year, but...
Did we talk about the fact that the movie that kind of started a lot of these fucking weird horror, Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
That they're re-releasing it, and it's coming out, but it's coming out as it was originally intended. I guess it was shot on like a certain film, and then had to be recorded off of that film onto a different type of film so that it could be shown in theaters. So and then when they put it on digital, like DVDs and online, they took the scanned version of the film, and that's what they scanned again to make all the DVDs and everything like that.
Okay.
So they're taking the original film.
Okay.
And scanning that in and adding stuff that was cut out back into the movie.
I would like to see that.
So it's going to be long. And I'm like, damn, I'll fucking see it. Because I always tell a story. I saw that fucking movie at the Overlook, at the Hyde Park Drive-In.
Ooh.
9. Yeah, that's
really.
I spooky as fuck at the drive-in watching that movie.
I saw that movie after your wedding.
Jeez.
Yeah, like we went to because your wedding was over kind of early.
Yeah, it was a morning afternoon wedding.
Yeah, and I went to see Blair Witch after that, and I went back to the house, And we used to live in Cold Spring. They had that big thing of woods. I was like, I've never
been afraid to be here.
I freaking ran to the door. I was like, I don't want to be out here. This is crazy. That was one of the movies, that kind of freaked me out. So I'd love to see that again. Wait,
they're releasing it with a scan from the original film that it was shot on, not from a.
And can we please give those actors freaking credit on those? They're freaking sucking wind. They didn't make anything off that.
I think that's one of the reasons he's doing this.
I hope so.
Re-releasing it because, I think he's pulling like a fucking Taylor Swift here. Let me re-release my film myself.
I think he should because, those poor actors, man. I've heard horror stories about them where it's
even the guy who made it, he got fucking...
Yeah, he's been around a little bit, but, nothing as big as this was. So, that's good. Yeah, my long legs. So, give me one of yours, man.
I saw Wicked.
Defying Gravity.
The movie's so gay. It is so gay, and I don't know if people realize that.
Gay, totally gay, Liberace gay.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting so gay vibes off of that whole movie.
Well, it's an iconic musical.
It was great. I'm going to go there. I'm going to start with that. It was a great movie.
Okay.
I got what I wanted. I got what I expected. Can I just say certain actors that you put in there because you want the name? It's a fucking musical, so if they can't sing, don't fucking put them in it.
Okay. Spill the tea, man. Who was it?
Who's the Asian lady?
Awkwafina.
No.
I don't know. I know people are... You know what's weird about the Wicked musical thing? Everybody is...
Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, okay.
She can't sing.
All right.
So don't give her a song, please.
You got the Dink in there. That's beautiful.
Well, yeah, but the Dink plays a goat. He plays a fucking goat.
I love it. No, the things I've been hearing about
and you got Jeff
reviews, people are like, I didn't know.
And he can't sing.
I didn't like. People are, talking the praises of Ariana Grande. Like they're like, I didn't realize she was such a comedic. I was like, have you not watched Nickelodeon for the past 10 years? Like, she's got comedic chops.
Yeah, she's part of the whole fucking Schneiderverse there.
Yeah, the Dan Schneiderverse. But
anyway,
yeah.
She's a little kooky, and I think it's all a result of everything she went through at Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, I think definitely. But it was just funny how hearing all these different people going like, I was surprised. Maybe they're at the age, that they didn't have kids, and they're, if you were watching Nickelodeon and you don't have kids, you're kind of creepy.
But I was, and they, when I buy the ticket, they tell you, like, I went to the kiosk, so I got to the theater early because I like to go to Target and buy myself some Sody Pop.
Yeah, some snackaroos.
And, so I go in and I go up to the kiosk, I scan the barcode on my phone, and I'm like, I want to go see Wicked. And a little thing comes up that says, warning, this movie may not be appropriate for younger viewers.
Okay.
It's rated PG, which, parental guidance.
You should just go to wicked.com and find out for yourself. Oh, wait. Okay, sorry.
so
different website. My bad.
Didn't you just say that a minute ago?
I
think so.
No, we thought that was before our mind.
Before. So I get a seat in the way back because there's some people there. It's in the middle of the afternoon. It's like so I get a seat back row right in the middle, and I go get my Sody Pop, and then I come back and I go into the theater, and I get there at the end of the back row with some lady sitting there, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess somebody else took a seat in the back row. I was like, okay, whatever.
Right.
So I'm sitting down, and then a guy comes in and sits at the end, like the lights go dim and they're doing like the trailers now. It's about to start.
Sure.
Guy comes in at the end with his kid, and I'm like, all right. And then someone else comes in, sits in the row in front of me. It's a guy and some woman. They're like sit like 3 seats apart almost. And I'm like, that's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
So I'm like, movie's going and everything like that. And the kid's over there, like, being a kid. They're just ants in the pants.
Yeah.
And then about 45 minutes in, the father's just like putting her coat on her, and they left. So now it's like, I guess it was going on the whole time. I just hadn't noticed. But the guy in the seat in front of me is doing some serious, like, stimming. He's just like,
Now, see, when you first told me the story, I thought he was getting a Hummer.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
He sounds
like,
what am I going to tell the guys at the office?
I swear to God, I thought so too. But then, like, when I heard that and I put it together with he was rocking back and forth, it's like, okay, this is a guy who's probably on the spectrum somewhere, is doing some stimming, like,
Okay.
And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is annoying. And then in my head, I'm going like, what would Anastasia say?
Oof. We should all get a shirt. It was
What would
WWAS? Yeah. Was? Check on heypalwhatsnew.com. That shirt will come soon.
I was just like, she would say, Dad, look, you're going to the movies in the middle of the afternoon. You're sitting all the way in the back. This is probably a person who's with someone who knows that they act like they do this in the movies, and that's why they're coming to an early show. Maybe less people. They're trying to be considerate. They're sitting all the way in the back. And you sat back there too, so this is kind of what you get. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Good.
Yeah, but still.
And then he fell asleep, and I was like, I saw the head way back, and I was like, okay, he's asleep. And then I just hear that head back, wide open mouth.
Kind of like Greg would have his CPAP on.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. That's bad news.
And no, I did not take your advice and try and play some popcorn basketball.
I would have,
because all I had was M&Ms and
well, you don't want
M&Ms and pretzel nuggets.
Yeah, you don't want to choke the poor fella. I mean, at the same time.
And he eventually woke up and then started. But the movie was great. I mean, there was a
sounds like the theater was more entertaining than the actual film itself.
Yeah, there was a scene with the original people from the Broadway play, Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel, where they sing a song, and Ariana Grande, and I keep forgetting the other woman's name.
Elphaba.
Yeah, they are. It's just they interact with them, and it's very funny. It was pretty. It's a good movie.
It's going to be
little things. I just was like, look, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long, which is probably longer than the fucking Broadway show was in its entirety.
Yep.
But that's because it's a movie, and they can't just go shot for shot to the musical, because people expect not just song after song after song after song. It's like a Disney movie. There's a song, and then there's some action and some dialogue and some things happen, then another song, and that's how they did it. They added some stuff, filler, in between the Broadway songs.
Yeah, now I'm just going to do this a little bit here. Only because I don't think a lot of people really...
I shall place the sorting hat on your...
Do you like how I sent you that picture of the freaking... I was in Rite Aid, and they... Just going off on a tangent here. I went to Rite Aid, and they had Violet. Violet was like, could you get me some chocolate? I'm like, sure, I'll get you chocolate. And I was getting my prescriptions or whatever, and I come back, and I see that they had some Halloween stuff still left over. I'm like, ooh, I always go there, because it's 75% off.
Shit, yeah.
They had the Harry Potter sorting. It was... chocolates.
The tube of chocolate.
Tube of Hershey Kisses, and each one had a different, Hufflepuff or whatever. So I sent you the thing. It's like, I shall place the sorting hat. You're like, dildo? I'm like, kind of looks like a dildo. It looks like a piece of shit too.
It did.
But yeah, it was cute. Yeah, but I don't think people realize that this is a part one.
Yeah.
And they're not advertising it as Wicked Part 1. So I mean, only because I'm not going to be rushing to the theater.
Have you seen the Broadway show?
I've seen the Broadway show.
It's the first act of the Broadway show. This is right up to intermission.
So they end the movie with Defying Gravity.
Yes.
And then it's it?
That's it.
Holy shit. I think people would be pissed.
I guess some of them are.
I would be pissed, kind of. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's... I remember that's the song. That's the big finale.
Right.
But yeah, if you don't know that it's a two-parter, all of a sudden it's just well, I can't sing that fucking note, but and now done.
Now you got to wait a fucking year.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna fucking wait a year, even though it's already fucking done.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
$350 million done.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. It's $350, and people were like, "Oh, it's $350. It's the biggest." I'm like, that's 2 movies. So
Well, it's screener season, so I'm going to be getting a copy of that for my home viewing.
Ooh, so yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So my second one that I saw.
Give it to me.
Another late to the party. I finally saw Alien Romulus.
Oh,
which is actually out on Hulu now. So
yes.
Damn, it was so good. I mean, Fede Alvarez, he knew the assignment. You went in and you watched it, and it took me right back to the original.
Oh, yeah, it's got that vibe.
Yeah, and it wasn't too I mean, there's a couple of things in it that I was like, okay, really? You're going to go after the freaking robot guy again? What do they call those guys? I think they're like, I mean, definite throwbacks to the first Alien when they find that replicate. No, that's
Blade Runner.
That's Blade Runner. But anyway, yeah, the robot people, whatever. Like, she goes back a couple times with the android, and I'm like, I mean, he's an android. Just you were going to let him freaking eat it after you got to where you were going to go. Like, now you're going to run back and try to save him a couple times. But, I mean, the tension-filled, the gore, just the whole vibe of it was, like, very practical. It wasn't too CGI-y. I really, like, both Long Legs and this, I would definitely give 4 out of 5 pals. Like, I was like...
Oh, yeah.
I was like, they definitely... And that was the thing that got me excited. Like, when they started showing Alien Earth trailers, I'm like, okay, now I can get into it because I saw Romulus, and I'm like, all right, I want more of this, you know?
Yeah, I give Wicked a good 4.
Oh, yeah?
Solid
Good.
4.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those that's like, it's just a classic.
Yeah.
Like a musical. But there's a reason why it's been around
I'll watch
forever.
it again and again.
Sure.
Like Cats.
Why not?
Oh, wait, I never saw that fucking movie.
You shouldn't see that movie unless you're into freaking, cat genitals or something.
Well, look, I give you my... did I give my review of... everybody knows I saw Gladiator 2.
Yeah, we didn't really get into it.
Movie. It was good. I very much enjoyed it. I'll give it a solid 3. It was, swords and fighting and, guys killing each other and
sharks in a coliseum.
Dude, that was the best part too, because I knew it was coming because somebody mentioned it. I forget where I saw about it, but spoiler, in one of the battles, because they always reenact battles or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the
it's so unrealistic that they filled the bottom of the Coliseum with water and sharks. Come on.
You gotta up the ante.
Oh my God, it was so bad. But as that's coming, I'm sitting there in my seat and like that scene's coming and I'm like, oh, I know what's coming up next. I see the cat because it was the Monday Mystery movie we go to and I'm just like, yo, sharks. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yo, sharks. And she goes, she goes, what the fuck are you talking about? And then sharks. She goes, are you fucking kidding me?
Because, in ancient Rome, they did put sharks in a fucking coliseum.
Dude, half an hour into it, Mila was there too. Half hour into it, she walked out.
Really?
Yeah. Her and Maddie just like, we're like, fuck this, we're out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I
mean, they are out, but...
I mean, people are saying Denzel freaking brings it in that movie.
Oh, fucking Denzel's... I mean, look.
He's Denzel.
Where is he? Where is he? Come on.
Where
How will you explain that?
Oh, I mean...
You got Pedro.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Pedro's in it. The original lady from the first one.
Bloody damn it!
Yeah, her.
The bologna sandwich. Okay. Let's go historical, because I was not, in this one. Someone was saying that the reason all these fucking Roman emperors and the Roman elite were so fucking nutso was water. They drank water.
Okay.
And all their water came through lead pipes and was stored in lead tanks.
Oh.
So they were drinking fucking lead and going bonkers, and that's why they were all fucking cuckoo.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really a lot of...
I thought it was that they were all
filtration back then.
I thought it was all that they were fucking the sisters, but...
That true, and vomitoriums and all kinds of freaking stupidity and orgies.
Anyway, Gladiator 2, sure. Do you need to go see it in the theater? I mean... For the epic experience of seeing it on a big screen, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to go see it in 4DX. No.
I mean, I'm going to wait for it on, shocker, you're going to wait for it on streaming.
Yeah.
They call me Streaming Sam. That's what it is.
Well, the streaming kid.
Yeah, the streaming kid.
I am probably going to wind up seeing Wicked another time in the theater.
I'm surprised my girls haven't bugged me to go see it.
Yeah, I was too. I thought you were going to go this weekend with them.
Yeah, no, maybe during Thanksgiving weekend we'll go check it out.
I got no TV to talk about. I already talked about my TV.
No, the only thing I watched on TV was I tried watching The Watchmen Part 1, the animated, it's the same as the movie. Yeah. It's the same. Like, I'm watching it and I'm going, it's not bad.
No.
Because it's a great story. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I've read the comic books. I've seen the movie. Do I need to see it again?
No.
Animated?
No,
not really.
Gregory.
So, yeah, I haven't really, like I said, I'm going to have to catch up on a couple of how do you do's there,
Well, you know what you can do. You can tell me about
Oh shit!
There was something big in the music. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that first.
Hit that news up.
Yeah, so apparently, I guess this has been going on for a while, but I didn't know about it. Is that my buddy from Life of Agony is now Keith again?
Okay.
He did put out something out there that he's been off, like
Off the
to kind of
hormones.
catch people up. He was, Keith Caputo from Life of Agony, transitioned to Mina. And seemed to be super happy. And then all of a sudden there was a post on Blabbermouth, and it got out there that he's like, I stopped taking the hormones. I'm back to Keith again. I'm getting my breasts taken out, going back to, and I was just like, okay, like, he acted like it was a disease that he had, that he got, and it was just
cured.
And it was very, look, I love Life Agony. I know those guys. I'm super and when Keith transitioned, I was like, okay, that. Knowing him briefly, I'm not saying we're best buddies, but I was like, my experience hanging out with him, I'm like, oh, that makes sense, because he used to be very introverted. I mean, he's had a pretty rough go. I mean, his mom died of heroin overdose when he was young, and had no, he has a lot of trauma. So I'm super, I was kind of shocked that, when he transitioned first to me, and I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. Like, maybe he was just uncomfortable in his own skin. But now he's back to being Keith, and they just played a show. They had a benefit yesterday for Lou from Sick of It All, who's been battling cancer. Yeah, they had a big benefit for him. It's crazy. Like, he's been through some severe chemo, but he had surgery, and they had a big GoFundMe for him, which raised a shit ton of money. But they had a benefit show for him, and Municipal Waste played, Life of Agony, Vision Disorder. It was like a big. Manal was goofing because she's like, oh man, everybody I know is at that show. I'm like, yeah, it was kind of like when we went to the Biohazard show. Like, everybody came out to support Lou from Sick of It All. He seems to be, doing well. Okay. So, he's hanging in there, which is great. We all wish him the best. And the same with Keith too. Like, this was the first show that they played at, when he's little Keith. I forgot how tiny he is. He looks like a little Monchi-Chi. Like, he's just like, he cut his hair. Now he's like, he's got the camo pants on, and he's like, he's back to Keith, but I forgot, like, he's got this little short haircut. I'm like, he looks like Curious George. He looks like a little Monchi-Chi. He's adorable. But they played a show. They sound, as always, freaking amazing. Big support for Keith. And look, I'm not one of those, like, the big freaking drama stuff, but then there's Sal who played in Life Agony and has his own thing now, and he's talking shit about it. Like, I'm just like, dude, it's a shame, because Sal's a really cool guy too. I know him, and it's like,
right,
don't get, like, he got kicked, I got fired, I got kicked out. Now he's saying, like, because of this whole thing, he's like, see, I told you, like, it was a whole big bullshit thing. And I'm like, just let the guy fucking live his life, man. He's, he's doing good. So anyway, enough of that. None of that's the TMZ bullshit scandal. The big music that's out there really is.
Tell me.
There was, Marilyn Manson dropped his new album, One Assassination Under God, Part 1. It's good. It's not. He's not reinventing the wheel. I do love that Reba from Code Orange is playing with him. Oh, she's freaking awesome. So we've heard the singles. We're like, okay, kind of weird. Like, I listened to the whole record. It's very mid-tempo. It's nothing too extreme. I mean, it's like buying a Slayer album or an AC/DC album. Like, you get Uncle Marilyn, you know what you're getting. Like, so it's nice to see him back, like, healthier looking and just kind of out there again. So. That was the big album that dropped. Another one is by Body Count. They dropped another album, Merciless. Body Count, man, they get better and better every album. I'm when they first came out, they were almost kind of like a goof band. And then obviously the Cop Killer and all that stuff. Yeah, they were very goofy, but now it's like they've kind of upped their game, man. Like, Ice-T is still dropping it on the down low, and The riffing is great. Ernie C, those guys, freaking really like. The more I listen to it, I'm like, God damn. Other than that, really, if you're a fan of the 3 Days Grace, interesting enough, their original singer is back with them, and they put out a single called Mayday. I always liked 3 Days Grace, the early stuff, and then they got a new guy, and they kind of like drifted off a little bit. But I guess the original singer is back, and they just put out a single, and it's like, it sounds like old 3 Days Grace. Like, if you're into that stuff, it's not bad. Other than that, really, can somebody explain to me?
I can't.
Can somebody just?
Can I help you, sir?
I'm not even gonna play the whole thing, just because. Can anybody explain Kendrick Lamar to me?
Dude, I was just looking at that.
People talk. There was one guy that I respect his musical opinion. Dropped about.
Are you talking the new song?
It's one of them, yeah.
If this world were mine, hey, Roman numeral 7 days, I'd be like it's hot.
It's just, I don't get it. Maybe I'm the old guy in the club. It's not, I mean, there are some, like I talked about Tyler, the Creator. He dropped his album.
Sure.
I like his style. The guy could, and Kendrick could spit some bars, but it's like, it just sounds like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So if anybody can kind of,
never will.
And look, I'm always the type of person that's like, if you could point me to a song, point it, put it up on the comments. Say, hey, Greg, listen to this. You're an idiot. I'll be like, okay, I'll give it a fair listen. But
sure,
I tried listening to this new album, GNX, and like people were saying, oh, it's such a fucking great throwback album, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sounds like the same shit I heard everywhere else. Other than that, really, some re-releases, U2, How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb, the Reassemble Edition. Guys, cut it out.
Sorry.
Yeah, Dr. Feelgood's 35th anniversary remaster. It's like, why?
Dude, I'm not even going to lie. Mm-hmm. Let's look at this.
Okay.
If I look at my release radar.
Yes. You got,
I got the Schwags, I got Fucked Up, which is just another song off their album.
Yep.
Linkin
the Court
Park,
of Miracles.
Another song off their album.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Hoax and Eminem.
Yeah. I see that.
Pixies.
Yeah, that album came out.
Tyler, the Creator.
Okay. Rival Sons. Hey, everybody. Who's this?
It's a song called Racist Piece of Shit by Fishbone.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that a few weeks ago.
But that's what I'm talking about. It's like, it's nothing new. You're just regurgitating, fucking throwing the same shit back into my feed.
Yeah, I mean, there has been some big albums. Like I said, the new Maryland dropped, and the new Linkin Park, so a lot of people are talking about that stuff. But really nothing that's kind of like blowing me away right now. Like I said, the Maryland, definitely give it there are some jams on there. And like I said, Body Count, dude. Freaking don't sleep on the Body Count.
Body Count, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, really, there wasn't really that much. Even the new Music Friday, it's just like, it's a fucking little nut. I am officially the old guy in the club.
Oh,
now.
I didn't tell my story. Did I tell my story about getting pulled over?
No.
Oh shit.
Leave us with that, my good friend.
Why do I think I told this last week about me and Kate going through the roadblock and I have the expired inspection?
No.
Oh my God, we turn down this road and I see the cops up ahead. We'll end the episode on this.
Yes.
So I see the cops up ahead and I'm just like, oh fuck. And she's like, what? And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, you quickly turn. The cops are like, that's a guy who's on the run.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
So I'm like, fuck, I'll just deal with it. And I pull up and the cop looks at my inspection. He looks at me and goes, really? Really? And they go, what? He goes, January?
Oh, wow.
And I go, no, I thought it was August. He goes, no, your registration is August. I go, yes, so's my inspection. I knew.
You're playing dumb.
He's like, no. I was like, honestly, I thought it was August, and I will be honest with you. I was like, school just started. I'm back at work. I was like, and I knew I needed my brakes done in their back, so I just needed to find time to do it. I was like, I literally just did them like 2 weeks ago, and now I'm trying to get an appointment to get it inspected.
Yeah.
He's like, you got your registration. I was like, yeah. I was like, here's my license. I was like, and I'm going through the shit in my glove box. I pull out the fucking water shit. I'm just like, no, that's not it. That's not it. I was like, I know it's here somewhere. He's standing there. I'm like, I can seriously find it. Like, they can just look at the sticker on the window.
Yeah, can't they?
And
just
what they'll
scan
do
the
is
sticker?
they'll scan. But I don't think he wants to like do that, because what they do is they just take my shit and they go back to the fucking car, give it to his buddy, and his buddy does everything. He goes, look, can you just promise me you're gonna get it fucking you're gonna get it taken care of? And I was like, absolutely. I have an appointment on Wednesday to get my car inspected. I was like, absolutely. I swear. He's like, all right, just go. And Kate goes, you motherfucker. And I go, what? She goes, how do you get out of this shit? I was like, look, you have a very good card to play. You just won't play it.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And I was like, you can pull up and you get pulled over for like your inspection. I was like, you literally just go, the car's not in my name. It's in my husband's name. He takes care of everything. Now he's going to fucking get mad that I got a ticket. I'm going to go home and I'm going to fucking kill this guy because he's got me driving around in a car that needs an inspection and he doesn't get these. I was like, tee off on me and blame me. And the cop be like, ma'am, just have your husband take care of it. Just go.
Oh, yeah, we used to call it dumb husband.
Husband. Play the dumb husband card.
I used to do that all the time. Like, my ex used to be like, could you just call up and play dumb husband? And, like, just be like, there's a bunch of charges on this thing. Like, I don't know what... they're like, okay, sir, don't worry about it. We'll, look, okay. I'm like, but anyway, yeah. What are you gonna do, man?
That's my moment of how I fought the law and I won.
Yeah.